partner? Welcome to this video. I'm gonna show you how to make these step by step. Okay, perfect. We got our video. So what we're gonna start off with is just simply adding some text. When it comes to videos like this, usually I use font like Bangers or Beb is New or the bold font. For this video, we're gonna go with the bold font as it's my personal favorite and it's the one that I use the most. And now we're gonna add the outline. So you go to shading, select the element, go to number 2, enable that, and increase the thickness and change the color to black. Now that I've shown you how to add the outline, I'm gonna show you how to add the drop shadow. Drag it onto your clip. You go to effects on the top, increase the shadow strength, drop the distance down, all the way down, decrease the blur as well. And what we're gonna do is add a second drop shadow because I like the shadow being a little stronger and it just makes the text pop out a lot better. Now we're gonna drag the text all the way throughout our clip. We're gonna lock the channels because when we're cutting the footage, I wanna make sure it doesn't slice into the actual video footage. And so from here, we're gonna let the video play.
Breaking news, you are the best editor that ever lived.
And so what I did here was make cuts every couple words, like every 3, 4, 5 words, just chunk up into like little phrases. And so what we're gonna do from here is now we're gonna start typing in whatever it is that you're saying. So breaking news, because you are the best editor, right? That ever lived. We're gonna decrease that a little bit so it's not so close to the edges. Okay, so from here, let's go and add those emojis. We'll go to the power bin and start dragging out all the emojis that I need. Oh, you didn't know you could do that? Well, the reason for that is because you haven't watched my other video, you buffoon. To start off, we're gonna drag out the emojis wherever it is that we want them. Obviously, with the emojis, you're just going with whatever goes with the video, whatever supports the video. So now what you wanna do is select all the emojis, resize them, position them wherever it is that you want, and we'll end adding the emojis by adding the same drop shadow that the text has. So to do that, what we're gonna do is copy the text, then select all the emojis, and we're gonna copy and paste the attributes. Select only the plugin, and as you can see, bada bing, bada boom, all the emojis have the drop shadow. Next, you probably want your text to appear with some style, right? If you're scared of Fusion, just spend more time on Fusion. Over time, things become easy with practice. We're gonna add a transform node to zoom the text in, and then we're gonna add a motion blur to it. And before I forget, let's go to spline and smoothen out that zoom effect. Next, we're gonna add prism blur. And for this effect, I only wanted to show while it's zooming in. Once the text reaches the very top, I don't want it to be there anymore. Then the last thing that I want to do to add to this text is gonna be adding a shake to it. So like once the zoom reaches the top, I kind of wanted to shake for a second to just give it that extra emphasis. So you wanna make sure that the effect is not too overwhelming. We're gonna bring down the strength just a tad bit, and we're only gonna have it affect the text 2-3 frames after it has reached the top. And so after you have done that, this is what the animation looks like. So I do want to mention that I have made all these other presets that I can drag and drop without the hassle of having to recreate those transitions or effects every time I edit a new video. So with that said, if you guys get this channel to 600 subscribers before 2023 ends, I will make all these transitions available for you guys to download and use for your own videos. Next, we're gonna move on to highlighting the text as you speak. To start this off, what we're gonna do is highlight all the existing text, duplicate it, make sure to take off the drop shadow off of one and then copy and paste the attributes onto all the other ones, unless you want a more intense, darker drop shadow. Now that that's out of the way, we're gonna go one by one on the text and change the color to yellow. For some odd reason, DaVinci hasn't figured that out yet, being able to copy and paste the color of one text onto all the other ones. DaVinci, please figure it out, please. Now what we're gonna do is go to the last word of each body of text here.
Breaking news.
Add a keyframe, go back to the beginning of that text and drag the write-on all the way back. And we're gonna do that with each individual text here. And at the end, you should have something that looks something like this.
Breaking news. You are the best editor that ever lived.
Okay, so maybe you don't want the text to get highlighted as you speak. Maybe you just want the text to start appearing as you speak. So what we'll do, as you can imagine, it's gonna be the same exact thing. The write-on effect, but without spending your life changing the text color and all of that. DaVinci, for real, figured out. iMovie probably even has this ability.
Breaking news. You are the best editor that ever lived.
Now let's dive a little deeper into it. Maybe you want each word to pop out at the exact same time that you say the word. So to start off, all we have to do is see how many words are in each section of the text. So on the second, you are the best editor. That's 5 words. We're gonna create 5 layers of text here. We're gonna create 3 layers here. And 1. Cool. So like before, we're gonna find the last word. And from there, make a cut. The first layer we're gonna leave alone because those are gonna be the first words. Those are gonna be there from the very beginning. But then the next layer is over. We're gonna make a cut every time we say a new word. And we're probably gonna have to be going back and forth like that to really find out where all these words start, and then everything before that, just delete. And now this is where you're gonna see this effect come to life. We're gonna go to the very first layer in the front and get rid of news. For the first one here, we're gonna get rid of everything after you. Then for the second layer, we're gonna get rid of everything after R. And then so on and so forth, everything after the, right? And you guys get the point. And so this is what it looks like at the end.
Breaking news. You are the best editor that ever lived.
Cool, now I'm gonna show you guys how to do this. What we're gonna do is duplicate it again. We're gonna get rid of that drop shadow. And we're gonna find the first word of the second line. In this case, it would be best. Go right click on the text box and select character level stylizing. And now that you have made the cut, let's go to the Fusion page. So we're gonna select the body of text that we want the color changed and just change it to whatever it is that you want, whatever color. Now we're gonna go to the second part and you'll notice that on this second part, that green is gone because we made that cut. So now what we're gonna do is make best editors in green.
You are the best editor that ever lived.
You can also do this with each individual word. So you're just gonna create another second layer right here of text, and I'm gonna change this to green instantly. And now what we're gonna do is again, play through it and make a cut every time I say a new word.
Ever lived. Ever lived. Ever lived. Ever lived. Ever lived.
And now that we got that done, all you gotta do again is that write-on effect, just pull it back so it only highlights that specific word. So for this word is gonna be that, for this one, ever, that's live, then pull the other side, boom, and then for the last one, lived.
Breaking news, you are the best editor that ever lived.
Boom. So like I said, guys, if you guys want these presets, let's just make sure to get this channel to 600 subscribers before the year ends. Now that you know how to make these videos, watch this video next right here, and it'll show you how to become a faster editor overall.